Alright, welcome. Please excuse the audio, as I don't have a lapel mic yet at the moment. So, you're here because you watched the previous video, and now you're ready to get to the bottom of this and find out what this 16-minute stretching routine is all about. Now, another disclaimer, that 16 minutes doesn't include a warm-up. It's just straight stretching. But you don't want to stretch cold. So if you have a favorite warm-up that you like to do already, go ahead and do so now. Or you can follow along and we'll just move through a couple things and you can add on to it as you see fit. So let's just start with some knee raises. I'm in a trailer and for the sake of noise, I'm not going to be jogging in place because it would make a lot of noise in here. So you do some knee raises for a while. You know, incorporate in some arm circles, provided you're not going to knock anything over or hit a TV like I am here. Well, got this up here too. Alright, so I don't have room for arm circles in here because I'm in a trailer, but you get the idea. So you can run through some arm circles, and then if you've got a wall or something you can lean on, if you still need to work on balance or whatever, you can do some side leg lifts. You can do some reverse leg lifts. And forward. Alright, so give yourself at least like 3 to 5 minutes, you know, some warm up before you start stretching. Alright, so I'll give you a few minutes to stretch. You can pause the video, come back when you're ready. Alright, so the first stretch we're going to do is a lunge. This time I'm going to go left foot forward. Oh. Make sure your mat don't slip out from under you. Alright, so we're going to lunge forward. And we're going to try to keep the knee at or behind where the ankle is. We don't want to go ahead of the knee, put too much pressure on the knee. So if anything, we could just adjust from there. Slide your foot back just as far as you feel comfortable going into the lunge. And then so if your left leg is forward, place your left arm right here on the hip. Reach out with the other arm and apply some of that breathing. Alright, here for 2 minutes. Tightening your core, driving your belly button to your spine. Relaxing your neck. Posturing up. Reaching up to the sky with the other arm. Okay, you're going to do that for 2 minutes. And you're going to switch sides. You're going to go right leg forward. You're going to do the same thing. So if your right leg is forward, and again, make sure to keep that knee behind your ankle or just at it, right above it. And then if your right leg's forward, place your right arm on your hip. Reach up with that other arm. Again, posture up. Tighten your core, drive your belly button to your spine, and use your air wisely. Try to stretch out each exhale. So one thing I didn't mention on the breathing is like you're making more effort on the exhale, maintaining form on the inhale. So it's not a break. You're not relaxing your form and you're not relaxing your core. You're just maintaining. And then when every exhale comes around, that's when you really try hard applying everything, which the reaching up to the sky, the tightening the core, driving your belly button to your spine. You apply more effort on the exhale, maintain on the inhale, and just keep following that pattern. Okay, so the next stretch we're going to do is I call it like the sit-up layover stretch. So you're going to start from like the sit-up position. So let's say we're here. We're gonna stretch the right side first. So what you're gonna do, fold your legs over. And this stretch, you don't want to adjust while you're in the stretch. Come out of the stretch and adjust this back leg depending on where you're comfortable right now. And if you can, keep that ankle on the mat. That way it doesn't dig into the ground and hurt your ankle. Alright, so again, we're starting off in like the sit-up position. We're just sitting here on our butts, feeling the ground. You're going to start with the right side, fold it over, slide this other leg back as far as you feel comfortable, and you'll know once you start getting into the stretch. And you'll see why I said don't adjust this leg in the stretch. Come out of the stretch, adjust the leg, and then what you're going to do, now you're going to be facing the same direction that your knee's pointing. So if you're off to the right, turn to the right. And you're going to let gravity do a lot of the work with this one, okay? And as you exhale, you're going to let gravity pull you closer and closer to the ground, okay? Don't force it. Just use each exhale to put in as much work as possible as far as like relaxing and listening to your body, but also applying the stretch. Let's go ahead. We're going to use the exhale. Alright, so you're going to stay there for 2 minutes, progressing, working your way down, and then if you get to a point where you can't go any farther, don't worry about it. Just let gravity continue doing the work. And go through your breaths in a diligent manner for 2 minutes. Then you're going to switch sides. So you're going to switch sides. Again, now we're going to do the left side. Make sure to get this ankle on the mat. So you're going to fold your legs over. Then you're going to be facing the same direction that your left knee is pointing. Slide this leg back as far as you can. And then if it's too intense when you're stretching, come back up. Bring the leg a little bit more forward. And then go back into the stretch. But again, just remember, don't adjust that leg in the stretch. You might strain yourself or something. Alright, so go ahead and bring that leg back. And then again, we're going to use gravity to do the work here, allowing yourself to come closer to the floor for 2 minutes on this side. Alright, so you've hit this side for 2 minutes. So we've done a total of 4 stretches, totaling 8 minutes. We're halfway through it. We've got a couple more left. Alright, so next you're going to need a belt. Or possibly you might need a belt, depending. Now if you can stand up and bend over and touch your toes while keeping your legs straight, you may not need a belt for this one. But it's good to just have one anyway. Maybe you're feeling kind of stiff at the moment. So you can just take a belt and then make a small loop in it. But I've got these stretching straps here that we make in-house out of mil-spec material, military grade, American made, sourced, everything. So these will last for years. I have another one that I'll show off later that's been out in the sun for probably 4 years, just to see how it aged in the sun, and it still holds up. Alright, so you're going to want to get yourself a belt for this next stretch, or a stretching strap from us if you've got one. And then, so you're going to lay on your back. Okay, let's say we're going to do left leg first. So go ahead, put that loop around the middle of your foot, right? So if your left leg is up, you're going to grab the strap with your right arm. So you're going to go opposite. And then that free arm, you're going to lay down at a 90-degree angle. And then you're going to use your exhales. If you can't get this leg straight, that's okay. You're going to use your exhales to relax the leg one zone at a time. You're going to visualize in your mind, okay, I'm relaxing my hamstring about here and applying more stretch. And again, don't force it. Don't use the belt to use brute force to try to achieve higher flexibility, because it's a gradual game. You got to do it 3 times a day, every day, but you will see results if you stick to 3 times a day for sure. So, in my case, I can still kind of get there, but I've lost some flexibility over the years. But that's okay. We're gonna get it. We're gonna gain it back, right? That's what we're here for. So, the point of the belt is to help bridge that gap. Over time, doing this every day, you'll start to notice that you're able to reach higher and higher and higher and higher on the belt until eventually maybe you don't need the belt at all. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep that other leg straight, the one that's on the ground. You're gonna grab with the opposite arm. So if my left leg's up, I'm grabbing the strap with my right arm. This other arm comes down. My head lays flat on the ground. Try to relax my shoulders to the ground. And apply that intentional slow exhale. And as you work your way up, visualizing your leg relaxing more to give you a little bit more flexibility, what you're going to do when you get to about here, and you want to do this real slowly and carefully because it's going to light up your leg. You're going to feel it in the stretch. It's going to burn. But you should do it very carefully. What I want you to do is bring your foot towards you. You see the difference? Just that little tweak. Bringing your foot towards you lights up your leg, and you'll feel the difference in the stretch. But only do that after you've visualized relaxing your leg all the way up. You just apply it through each exhale. So 2 minutes here. Then we're going to switch. So for switching over to the right leg, I'm going to grab the strap or the belt with my left arm. And the right arm is going to lay down flat. Head's going to be on the ground. You're going to try to relax your shoulders to the ground. You're going to spend 2 minutes here. Again, same thing. Visualizing your leg relaxing, moving up through each zone. And then when you get to the top, slowly apply, bringing the top of your foot towards you. And you'll feel it light up back here in your calf. Alright, so we've done 2 minutes there. Gonna get into the next stretch from this stretch, from the hamstring stretch. So I call it the hamstring layover stretch, because basically you're getting into that same stretch and then you're just laying the leg over. So let me demonstrate. So what you're gonna do, again, let's say we're gonna start back on the left leg again. So that means we're grabbing the belt or the strap with the right arm. This arm's flat. Then what we're going to do is we're going to slowly start laying this leg down. And again, if it doesn't want to go, just slowly get there with your exhales. But eventually what we're gonna try to do, it's like a compound thing, is we're going to try to keep both shoulders on the ground. slowly relaxing our way, opening up the lower back, letting it stretch. Slowly bringing this leg to the ground. So if I've got my left leg up, I'm going towards my right arm. So if left leg is up, you're going towards your right arm and towards the ground in that direction, not over here to the left. We're going over to the right. And the goal is eventually to be able to have both shoulders flat on the ground, the back of your shoulders, and this leg, the one that you're stretching, touching the ground. And eventually, without the strap, where your hand is, touching your toes, grabbing the bottom of your foot. So 2 minutes here. If you get this foot to the ground and you feel this arm start to come up, relax the shoulder down and get that arm back down. The same thing here. You can kind of visualize your leg relaxing throughout the zones, and then at the end you can apply that, bringing the top of your foot towards you, and again it's going to light up the back of your calf, so just a little warning. So now we're going to switch sides. We're going to do the same thing with the right leg. So if the right leg's up, I'm grabbing the belt or the strap with the left arm, and then we're going to slowly lower it to the ground while trying to keep both the backs of both shoulders on the ground. I got to scoot over a little. So 2 minutes here. Okay. So when you add it all up, 4, 8, 12, 16. 16-minute stretch, as promised. There it is. If you need to rewind the video, watch it again. Write them down, name the stretches, whatever you want, whatever helps you remember. So we've got that lunge that we first did, and then the one from the sit-up position where you fold your legs over, bring this leg back. We've got the hamstring stretch, and then the hamstring layover stretch. So I hope these help you out, but you got to remember to apply them 3 times a day. 3 times a day. That's like, what is that? 48 minutes of investment? It's about an hour. An hour a day spread out throughout the day. 3 times a day. Before work, or before school, in the middle of the day sometime on your lunch break, and then in the evening after you're done for the day. It'll make you feel a lot better. It'll sort of re-energize you during the middle of the day. It's a great way to start the day, and definitely a great way to finish the day. And it'll help you get that flexibility that you desire. And it'll loosen up your joints and everything. It'll help your lower back. It'll help your knees, especially. Like in my experience, when I was having active duty military members use this technique, among other stretches, I had them do lots of other stretches too, but I mean, just these essential ones, I would tell them, like, if you're gonna do nothing else, do these 4 stretches 3 times a day, 16 minutes each. Well, 16 minutes each time you do this routine, and I've seen it help people immensely, and it can help you too. So like I was saying before my camera overheated, engage with us on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, Threads. Find us, Resiliency Command LLC, and also my profile, Travis Sobivaro. And Jace Contreras, you'll see him tagged in a lot of my stuff. He's my partner in all this. He's gonna be my main instructor when we get ready to start rolling out the mobile jiu-jitsu. And we're gonna be looking for more collaborators in addition to that. We've got some big things planned, so stay tuned. We got episode 2 of the podcast. I'll be dropping tonight. All right, thanks.